After having seen in earlier lectures various decision-making models leading to decision, like Simon's model, then DIKA or DIKW model. In this lecture, we will be seeing what now what model. But before that, we will be seeing how the data is converted to insight, and what are the issues related with it through the perspective of managerial lens. Have you ever seen confusing charts, reports that let you more questions than answers? The various tables are there, the reports given by certain queries are there, and it is many times difficult for the managers to make out something important or anything important out of the report they get, out of the data they have in front of them. Sometimes there are charts from which graphs from which it is difficult for them to make out very clearly, right? That is why managers need more than raw data. They need clear insight and storage, right? So we will also be seeing data life cycle, where from the data get generated and how finally it gets converted to action, and this cycle continues, right? For example, data is collected from the very first stage of data life cycle. It's collection of data, that is from transaction, application, sensors, from the industry or any other thing. The data gets continuously collected, and then this data is stored, or simultaneously at the time data is getting collected, it is also getting stored in the database or in the cloud, right? On the cloud you have the database, finally it gets stored in the database which is available on the cloud, right? Then data sometimes do not have some information somewhere, or the information is not there in the format, in the data type it is required to be. So we need to clean the data. So the next stage after storage is cleaning, that is removing duplicates, errors, and converting empty data to the data with certain value, right? Then after you have the clean data, you will be using that clean data for analyzing, right? And analysis means you will be finding the patterns in the data, you will be applying certain model, you will be predicting, you will be finding the statistics out of it, you will be describing the data, you will be using it for diagnosis, predictions, right? So that is analysis. Then you will also be using certain visualization tools to get certain insight into the data, to make out something important from the data. That is visualization, that you will be doing by means of charts, dashboards, etc., graphs. Then, based upon all the insight you have got from the data, you will be taking the decision, you will be taking the action. Manager will be implementing certain strategy, right? For example, Swiggy will be taking the detailed look at Swiggy issue later on, but just for now, Swiggy will be collecting the data of orders issued to them, order issued by them. Then if there is certain lapse, certain lacuna in the data, that will be cleaned. And once the clear data is available to you, you will be doing the Swiggy will be doing the analysis. And from the analysis, they will come to know about certain problem, like in the case we will be dealing with. They had the problems in the delivery time. The orders were not delivered in the time, and that's why the customer dissatisfaction was there, right? So from the another thing which helped them to reveal the issue was the dashboard available to managers. Managers, because of the dashboard and the visuals they had, they were able to adjust the delivery zones. The details of these example of Swiggy we will be seeing in the latter transparency. If the data is dirty, insights are also misleading, right? So why now the manager need visualizations when the data is there? What will they do with the visualization, right? They have number of table, but each table is not going to give them visualization. Sometimes the tables are to be combined, and the tables might have to be split to get different insights, right? So that number of table, the raw data which is collected in different table is not helping you to give the insight. For example, some table you will be having wherein you will have the details of employees, right? Some table you will be having the production logbook, how much is produced of which particular product in which section, right? These tables will not give something important by referring to that table. Sometimes the table will have to be combined or they will have to be split into multiple tables to get proper insight. So number of numbers in table is not equal to the insight. Visualization by showing the graphs or pie chart or bar chart, it will give you obvious patterns in the data which will not be possible to obtain um, by using the tables or the reports. Managers do not have time to crunch the numbers, but quickly interpret but they can interpret the charts very quickly. Okay, that's why they need visualization, right? The sales trend line versus raw sales table. If you have the raw sales table and there is a sales trend line, the manager obviously will be able to make out the thing from sales trend line than the raw sales table, right? Then another important thing which you will be learning in this course, storytelling with data, right? Data tells, but stories sell, right? A good manager translate data into certain narrative, right? Then there is a framework which we can apply on the data. That framework is what, so what, now what. Okay, very simple but very important, very useful. You can use this particular framework in many situations, right? What means it is talking about fact, fact like sales drop. So another question will come. So what? Hmm? That means it is talking about the consequence of what. So what? That is impact, losing the customers in certain region. Then what is the way out of it? Now what? Action. Okay, launch certain campaign to increase the sale in that particular region, right? For example, Mm, Amazon reported Prime members. Amazon reports Prime members shop three times more. Okay, story. Invest in expanding the Prime benefits. Okay, this is in short. I have written. I'll be telling you the story in detail. Amazon India Prime example of data-driven growth. Okay, under what, so what, now what framework. Okay, Amazon is a pioneer in data-driven decision-making globally, and in India, they localized their approach. The data revealed that loyalty was the biggest driver of the revenue, right? Indian customers who joined Amazon Prime shop three times more frequently than non-Prime users, right? So this was revealed from the data that the shopping done by non-Prime members was much less as compared to shopping done by the Amazon Prime members. They they have um, they have run a drive for increasing the number of Amazon Prime members. So this insight shaped to their strategy. They invested in Prime Video with Bollywood and regional films to increase the Prime subscription. What they did, for increasing the sales further or for increasing the number of subscribers for Amazon Prime, they made an agreement with the Bollywood and regional films for increasing the number of Prime videos. So that increased the Prime subscription. The simple insight is the Prime users spend more, turned into billion-dollar growth level, right? Swiggy used heat map of the city, right? City zones. That will be heat map means something which is showing the density of certain data against the location. Swiggy uses heat map of the city zones to spot demand surges. Mhm. The insight from this is order pick near the office at lunch and near homes at dinner. Okay, this is an interesting case which is discussed in detail. Action. The upper one is so what and now what? Action. More delivery partners near office during the day, near homes at night. Okay. Lesson visualization plus insight, better operation. So this is the case which we are talking in short in earlier. We have talked in short in earlier transparencies, right? So delivering happiness with data is the name of the case. A few years ago, Swiggy was struggling with the delayed deliveries in busy cities like Bangalore and Mumbai. Customers were getting frustrated. Instead of blaming traffic, Swiggy turned to data analytics. They started analyzing order density by time and location. Using heat map, they discovered that the offices had peak orders around lunch, while the residential areas peaked during dinner. By shifting the delivery partners dynamically, they reduced the average delivery time. Okay, today Swiggy doesn't just deliver food; it delivers predictable experience powered by analytics, right? So this is an interesting case wherein the data analytics was used by Swiggy to sort out the delayed delivery issue. Okay, so what will indicate or direct towards delayed delivery issue? Okay, so what so that led to the analysis, and now what that led to the action, right? So from data, we get to information. This is again DIKA type of model. Data will be converting to information. Information will be converting to insight. Insight to action is the managerial journey. So you will be needing, as a manager, you will be needing data, and from data you will be getting, you will be converting the data to information and insight, and then you will be getting the action to be performed, action to be taken. Okay, this is similar to what data is similar to what data will get you. What data and information will be getting you what. So what will be leading to insight, and now what will be leading to action. Visualization and storytelling bridge the gap between analysis and decision making. Managers who can interpret and communicate insight will lead a data-driven organization. Nowadays the organizations are driven by the data. Okay, other activities are still there, but those activities and the decisions are driven by data. Right? The manager who can interpret and communicate insight will lead a data-driven organization. Now, lastly, we'll be seeing some activities. What story do you see? Okay, a sample chart, for example, quarterly sale trends with sudden drop in quarter three, right? So we will be having two, three pairs as we used to have earlier in earlier lectures to share the data story. What is happening? Why does it matter? So what? And what should be done? Now what? Right? Hmm. Then look at the dashboard screenshot. I'll be showing you dashboard, and in Excel, dashboards are available in Excel, Power BI, and Tableau. You will be learning about it very soon. Tell if you were the manager, what decisions you would have taken or you take based on the dashboard, right? So on x-axis, I'll be showing you the dashboard soon, but before you reach to that, let us get some preface of what is there in the dashboard. Simple dashboard is there. Um, there are four quarters data you will be seeing: Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, 12 months data, which you will be converting to a dashboard later. Charts show shady charts will you will be seeing there is a steady rise in quarter one to quarter two and sudden drop in quarter three, and then recovery in quarter four. From this information which I am giving, you are able to visualize, imagine. Okay, y-axis obviously is showing the sales in rupees, lakhs of rupees. Okay, like the data you are having in quarter 100 lakh rupees of sale. Quarter two, 120, it has increased. Quarter three, it has fallen to 70 lakh rupees, and quarter four, it has recovered and grown to 110. Okay, so pair one is discussing now what everyone, every pair obviously will be indicating this problem in what the sales dropped sharply in quarter three. So what and now what may differ from pair to pair. So what quarter three is a festive season because as you will, I need to show you the data from the dashboard. Like here, you have the data in the dashboard Excel sheet. You have the data here from January to December. The sale is total sale is here. Okay, then in region wise total sale is also given, product wise total sale is also given. So I have the three graphs here, monthly total sale, and you are finding that in August the sale has dropped. It has dropped earlier also, okay, but it has in the quarter, in this quarter it has averaged to better sales. August it has dropped, okay. In northern region the sale is lesser, right? And as far as the product is concerned, for product B, the sale is lesser. That is the insight a manager has drawn out. Okay, so I'll be once again going back to the transparency. All right. Oh, just a minute. Okay. So in every case, there is a drop in sale in quarter three. Pair one says that. Pair two also says that sales were strong, but in fail in quarter three and then recovered. And pair three also sells same thing in what drop in quarter three, bounce back in quarter four. Only words have changed. The problem is same in every case. Okay, now the approach of different managers will be different, right? So what, let us see. Quarter three, like you see, August is a festive season, and so the drop here, August, September, October, the quarter three, festive season. So drop here is a missed opportunity. Competitors may have captured our market. Might be means this is the problem. And now what? Plan better inventory and market campaign before quarter three next year. Okay, because the time has gone, quarter three has gone, and we cannot work on quarter three now to recover the gone quarter three. We can plan for the next quarter three coming next year. Okay, plan better inventory and marketing campaign before quarter three next year. Now let us see what pair two will be doing, will be getting in so what and doing in now what, right? This pair two, this could indicate supply chain disruption, maybe stock out. Here, could indicate means this is some way indication, intuition or feeling. I'm not seeing any data pertaining to supply chain disruption, but as a manager, you must see that. Okay, so this is a guesswork done by this manager. Okay, because of the lack of data. But it said it was a supply chain disruption, and there were stockouts. Okay, so strengthen the vendor relationship and demand forecasting to prevent shortages. This will be the obvious action to be taken. Right now, let us see what pair three will be working around the problem of dropping sales in quarter three. Right, so they are investigating the problem. Um, so sales have dropped. Why? So what? Customers may have delayed the purchase, waiting for discount in quarter four. Okay, might be that quarter four discount was announced, or might be last year, and the customers are waiting that same kind of discounts may be declared this year. So they waited for discount to get declared, and that's why that affected quarter three. These are all the scenarios. Okay, different teams are discussing. Now what? Introduce mid quarter three promotion to smooth out the demand. Okay. So mid quarter three advertising promotion etc. Is declared to increase the sales. So this what, so what now what approach is very important, and that helps you to sort out the problem in a very with a very simple approach, commonly used approach. What, so what, now what? Okay. Okay. From the dashboard, we have already seen address August sale date, improve the performance in southern region, and three is the profitability in product B, right? Because you have seen from the graph earlier that the product B sale was minimum. It was region less in southern and northern region. I should have written both, and the sales dropped in August. Okay, so this is the end of chapter 3. Chapter 4 I'll be taking separately, not combining this time. Separately I'll be having the recording.